When they were coming, they said they were liberated. When they came, yes, what kind of people? What kind of people? Freedom better you pray, freedom. Freedom better you pray, freedom. Freedom better you destroy now.
Hello.
Yeah,
What kind of people?
My son, you made mistake.
What's that?
I heard you last night here for in the after the whole election. I think my time, if you hear my preaching, most family, you will conclude that you right. Will you rescue as a the workers are really answer my phone, don't put me up, they don't let me down, they don't even have time. I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. Everything I will accept it because our son who is vice president to him from Mimba, the Mimba people will not understand if I start hating on workers. They send us for the type of workers. When we are good, the Senate is comprehensive report of the funding and the type of Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything and the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Budget. And then the way forward is a forward discussion. Then when Brother come now, he is received by coming there, by the Gilon there, don't be there. And you now where you just thinking, how can I wait, but how can I wait? You want to go after people? Then, you know, the citizens that control the one out in the upper house. So they went, how can I wait, how can I feel the day? They did have a solution. That part. What's the money problem?
Yeah.
When they send it, then something happened, wow. One of them almost trying to the Yomi house. Then the brothers had choose the money. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 person to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. I don't want to go on. You were here when we were talking about, and you were here with our own leadership, and we said that you could all documents. Legal document. Then Brother benefited from the Senate decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the electronic
You're right.
He benefited. The other telling about God for 12 years now, he now says it now, the clinic can think for the other women, and he wants to see what that's going to be. So what is wrong with Ekun? Ekun said, well, what I will do for you to help you with prayer, that part has been good for prayer. They were from who offered my own son offered that I
one more freedom One more freedom fighter.
Oh, yes, indeed. Liberians, what a great day. What an exciting opportunity it feels. And of course, a great moment to be here behind these microphones. To engage as always on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. A beautiful Wednesday morning from the nation's capital in Monrovia. What a pleasant way we'd like to welcome all of you folks, just wherever you are this morning, by whatever means you're monitoring and following the biggest radio platform in Liberia, Freedom 87.9, the People's Station, where we discuss the issues that matter most without fear nor favor. We call spade a spade, and it's always good to have you join us. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to our friends in the diaspora. Good morning to those of you who do not like the things we say, the way we say the things we say. It's always good to have you join us. And yes, indeed, there are too many things to talk about. Lots of things happening in the country. Somebody said the noise has returned. The noise has returned up Capitol Hill. And of course, it has promised, it has so far appeared to be a signal of real dramas up Capitol Hill. You know, we've always tried to dodge sometimes when you hear some things in the air and people are talking about it, we are not talking about it yet. Just know we are trying our best to get all our pieces together before we can say a thing or two before the official resumption of the third sitting of the 55th legislature. We have been hearing rumor and gossips about potential removal fight at the level of the House of Representatives, where it is rumored that the Speaker and his deputy seems to be having a kind of sour relationship. One version of the conversation has it that the Speaker is plotting to remove the Deputy Speaker on grounds that the Deputy Speaker actions are seemingly usurping his function and exerting himself more. Another angle of the debate has it that the Deputy Speaker has grounded himself very well with the office of the President and the Executive Mansion, and is enjoying a bit of endorsement to launch an insurgence against the Speaker. And these are the mix of issues that we're hearing from the level of the House of Representatives as it embarks on its new section. Folks, these debates are in the corridors, and we are still investigating and authenticating some of these before we can have a full-fledged conversations about anything relative to a power struggle up Capitol Hill this time. So yesterday we witnessed the first official, so to speak, a session of the House of Representatives, and of course yesterday was also the opening session for the Senate, and there were speeches and statements made which we found very, very interesting. And I took very serious interest in a statement made by Sino County Senator Creighton Duncan, who has of late been very loud and vocal on some issues as he projects himself for president in 2029. We're getting there. We have a country where everybody feel like they want to be president. Everybody wants to be president. It's a serious trouble. But this is where we are. So the focus is on the presidency more than it's on the people as we see it. But our job is to talk it and, of course, explain it for you to understand So yeah, Creighton Duncan spoke very profoundly, and I think it's important that we highlight what he said. Then we come down to the House of Representatives. It is the Honorable House of Representatives. It is not the lower house. Do not call it the lower house. Call it the Honorable House of Representatives. You may have some dishonorable elements within the House, but it still remains the Honorable House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia. Oh yes, indeed. For some, this is going to be maybe the first time, but we are poised to witness what many will say a dictatorial speaker, a speaker flexing dictatorial muscles, just beating about rudeness, and telling his friends and colleagues that if you think you rule, I rule by you. I'm a Banave man. I'm a rule man from Banave. You see my face? You not see my face? I rule man. What have we gotten ourselves into? What kind of government is this? The speaker, the third man in the Republic of Liberia, on national and international wires, televisions, and all that. Just beat. I'm a rule man. Me, I'm a rule man. I'm a rule man. From regime speaker to rule speaker. I mean, so the speaker carries the award 2025. The most rude man. I say the rude man. I'm a rule speaker. If you think you rule, I'm a rule man. Okay, the UP regime will unveil all kinds of things for us. But folks, Liberians. So to demonstrate that, the speaker was seen in what many pundits had described as a very dictatorial and assertive mood as he kicked out lawmakers. That culminated into a fierce internal exchanges within their legislative or representative chat rooms, verbal insults, and all of that. What do you expect from this legislature, particularly this House of Representatives? With what we saw on display yesterday from the speaker, Richard Nangbe-Kun, what should Liberians prepare for? Richard Kun is determined to ensure that no lawmaker comes outside and speak their minds or criticize. If you try it, Richard Kun and how do you call the other picking from Bon County, for the formula, these are the pharaohs of our House of Representatives. When you try to go for your neck. Folks, we'll talk about these, and of course, this garbage situation in the city and across Liberia. We've spoken about it. So sometimes, as part of what we do, is to go across and also hear from those responsible. What are the challenges? What are the issues? So we will be joined by Mr. Vanny Dix. Is the public communication manager there at the Monrovia City Government to talk to us. And remember, if you have not seen, there's a public notice from the city government that you all should paint your building before sometime in December. Vanny will tell us exactly when are the deadlines. So you got to give your buildings facelift. Monrovia need to look sparkling, bright and clean. So say the city government of Liberia, of Monrovia. What is the government doing to support the city government's effort in ensuring that there are timely collection of waste? What we citizens ourselves are doing to ensure that, of course, we contribute to the cleanness of our cities is important. We'll talk about these right here. And to close it up, we'll speak with our own man, Oliver Kine, the spokesman for the CDC Headquarters Construction Committee, to clear doubts on some of these informations we are hearing about dispute over the CDC land and blah, blah, blah. Because I want us to hear from the horse's mouth, so we'll talk to Oliver Kine. Yes, our place is surprised, and of course, call to Khan this morning Yeah, when you're a big man, you're in big position. You should get ready all of the time. Your phone should be on. Yes, I know these are false and propaganda. Yesterday, like I told you, but it's important that you hear from the community. The shipping size of the conversation for you this morning, and folks, star 255 star 1 hash, star 255 star 1 hash is the code to make money right here on the show. Because at 9 o'clock, we're going to be having conversations about the ANC, and of course, recently the ANC went into its convention and elected new group of officers for the rebrand and of course the relaunch of the ANC agenda, putting into subsequent elections or political processes in the country and all of that. So to talk about that and other issues relative to the ANC, we have placed we've invited the newly elected Secretary General, a young man. I mean, that is clearly indicative of the fact that the political landscape is gradually shifting and incorporating the young people to bring their ideas on. So, yes, Desmond UJ will be our guest here at, of course, 9 a.m. this morning to talk all things Alternative National Congress and, of course, Mr. Alexander Cummings and their chances and what else do they bring on the table. How is the new look ANC appears or seem different from the ANC of 2023 and prior? So these are going to be very intriguing discourses that you don't want to miss right here on the nation's PKS breakfast platform, the Freedom Morning Rise. Hey, God, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning to you, Abu, and good morning to Liberians following us. It's good to be right back here this morning on another edition of the program, the Freedom Morning Rise. It's quite unfortunate that I don't know, nature somehow broke on this morning, but it's okay. Health wise,
Okay.
yeah. So, but we will be here. We'll manage to do what we can do today and see what the hours after will be like. I'm grateful to God for the gift of life, and together we can talk the talk and let our country be transformed. Too many things. Apparently, you failed to mention that the Ministry of Public Works is trying to prevent development in our country. Underscoring the fact that when you are not supporting them or you are not in their line, it means you cannot undertake any meaningful development projects in our country. Even though the government itself is unable to start any signature project since its inception, but now the government is preventing people who are able to contribute to the growth and progress of their country. The government is stopping them. But these, plus many others, to form a part of our line of conversation here this morning.
So a lot of things actually have been happening in the country. Even on yesterday, by the way, the World Bank has issued its its report 2025 is out. I'm sure we're going to look at it tomorrow, and it is not healthy for the government. They are very damning indication or indicators on the poor management of the economy and, of course, the political atmosphere in the country under this government. And so it's important. So the more reports comes out and the government plays, we were just discussing the IMF. We have not even exhausted the IMF report yet, and we're talking about the World Bank coming with its own for October. So of course we're going to discuss it in detail. We hope to have Mr. Wanto join us tomorrow. Wanto join us tomorrow to have a very detailed, elaborate discourse into the different thematic areas as highlighted in the World Bank's 2025 report on Liberia, right? There are a lot of standoff. And of course, the president on yesterday, we're told vetoed 11 proposals, right? Legislative proposals. And that action did not go down well with Senator Yan Toyen from Nimba County, and also the Liberian House of Representatives is reviewing a proposal to back up for all of the chief of staffs, 15,000 the ceiling. So each of them, they should buy them 15,000 car. So while the lawmakers themselves are writing 45 to 50,000 car, they are saying each of their COS should ride 15,000 cars. So if you add the 15,000 to the 45 or 50,000, let's say 45, right? That's 60, 70,000. So just for the lawmaker alone on vehicle, we're talking about $60,000 for car, because you know what, some of them will not buy that 15,000 car for their COS. They will be buying. They will go to Mamadi garage and buy a $3,000 Corolla and give it to the children. The children, you know, they will not talk, so they will buy Mamadi 4,000 car, and then they will eat a banana money. I mean, we know these things, right? But they will put in the budget to say they want 15,000. I mean, I think 15,000 is unreasonable. Looking at what we are going through, yes, we do not detect, we do not oppose having mobility for COS and directors of different departments in the legislature. We need the legislature to be functioning at its full capacity. But again, you can't take a whooping 15,000. You see, if you have a country where people in leadership prioritize luxury over service, this is what you get: luxury over service, right? I think the goal is just to have people leave from their homes and to the Capitol building. So if you are increasing the value, so if COS are riding $15,000 car, do you know the maintenance cost of a $15,000 car? The next debate we're going to be hearing, COS will be demanding an increment in their salaries to be able to meet up with their extra expense. Because look, on a monthly basis, people are out there riding a $15,000 car. You know what you go through. Just to service the car alone, every month you spend pretty close to $200-300, right? To do that, change your filter, do this other one, do the other one, you know, make sure all everything is okay. So once you add these things, and I don't know where the lawmakers are thinking, but folks, these are the issues, right? These are the issues. So yeah, like Hagar said, the breach situation and all of that. So Doug Cooper said he never bought degree. Doug Cooper breaks silence on BSc scandal amidst skipping entrance exam. So Doug Cooper that did not take entrance exam anywhere in the country. Bulu, we saw him in Gansi in coming grade. Finally, he been expelled from the school and of course dismissed from a job. Doug Cooper now intend to be head about advocate for good governance and integrity in Nimba and Larry Yakwe. Called door also door council. I did not buy degree. Hey, my people, this country and traffic people. So this is what it is. That's how the country looks, and of course all of it. So let me talk to our guys quickly. But just before, let's read what the statement from the MCC, Monrovia City Government, is about. So get ready. Folks, get ready. The city government is requiring that each of you, each of us, you know, like somebody said, I mean, honestly, to live in the city is quite expensive, though. I mean, let's be frank. In as much as we beat on the government all of the time, to put in the necessary mechanism. The problems too are with the government. And look, why the city government say you're clean your city, so we'll beat on the government, get our job. So official public service announcement, October 14, 2025. This was issued yesterday. Monrovia City Corporation. Pin your houses and businesses before December 15. Monrovia City Corporation issues ultimatum. So the Monrovia City government is saying you should pin your buildings and your offices and your homes before December 15. So they're issuing this on the 14th of October. So you have October, November, so about 2 month grace period to make sure you raise the necessary revenue to pin your your buildings. I think there are penalties, but let's read further. As part of a broader and robust city beautification initiative, the Monrovia City Corporation is warning residents and businesses in Monrovia to paint their buildings before December 15, 2025. The directive is in accordance with City Ordinance Number 1, Section 6, which aims to maintain and improve the city's appearance and to further ensure that residents have pride in where they live, while at the same time giving the city a befitting look ahead of the Christmas festivities. City Ordinance 1.6 states owners of leases, residents, commercial houses, and factories of all types and descriptions are required to paint the exterior of their property by December 15 and every 12 months thereafter. Among other things, and in furtherance of City Ordinance Number 1, Section 4 and 5, the Monrovia City Corporation is calling on occupants, whether owner or lessee, of residents, commercial houses, and factories of all types, religious and all civic buildings, to clean around and in front of their premises up to the sidewalks at all times. Cleaning shall include the trimming of all hedges and trees and cutting of grass on their property. A special task force, I think this is the interesting part. So, folks, you got to listen. A special task force from the Monrovia City government will be dispatched across the city to enforce this mandate without fear or favor. And I like that. So that how we can be dealing out here without fear no favor. So you see, without fear no favor, everybody taking in. The deadline for compliance is December 15, 2025, and the MCC strongly warns that non-compliance to this circular will result in a non-negotiable fine of US $150. So the MCC says if you fail to do this, so maybe you spend less than $150 in your house, or in which case, or maybe more, depending, right, or your lay shop and things. The MCC say, irrespective, once you fail to do this, the tax force will be there. They will fine you $150 for violating the city ordinance 1.6, right? Meanwhile, the MCC is warning those in the habit of re-erecting makeshift structures to desist from the act, noting it undermines the effort of the government to to develop and transform the country. Additionally, the MCC warns of slapping fines on owners of abandoned vehicles along the streets of Monrovia. The city government would like to emphasize in emphatic terms that this announcement applies to residential, commercial, and public structures, and the deadline for compliance is December 15, 2025, signed Department of Press and Public Affairs. So the man who has the Department of Press and Public Affairs is our man Vanny Dix. So let's hear from Vanny while we are telling the people to pin their buildings. So what is the MCC? What is holding the MCC behind for collecting the waste? What are their own challenges, and what is holding them back? Because Liberians have been alarming that they are trash all over the place. And so what are the effort? And of course, because it's important, everybody got to play their part. The citizens play their part, make sure they pin their buildings. And of course, the city government too plays its part to make sure that when these fields or garbage are collected and disposed at designated sites, they are picked up in real time. And all of those things help to create a healthy, clean, and of course, green environment. This is what we all pray for, because you know what? When the city is clean, and that is what we've said Nobody should politicize matters that that's important for everybody, because if you do so, then it becomes a problem. So since Vani is okay, so Vani is calling us back. Vani, good morning. We just read the public service announcement in regards to the MCC ordering residents of Monrovia to paint the exterior of their properties and ensure that they clean the front and around their properties from now to December. Talk to us about this. Is it something that you always do routinely, or you want to begin enforcement of the city ordinance 1.6?
A very good morning, Abu Sharif, and thank you so much for having me on your platform this morning. And let me say good morning to everyone following the broadcast. The information that has been published, the announcement, is in accordance with City Ordinance Section 1, the City Ordinance 1, Section 6, 1.6. It is actually a routine exercise that is conducted by the city government. It is intended to ensure that we give the city a befitting look, especially as we get towards the Christmas festivities. So it is a regular exercise where we release this announcement calling on residents and owners of commercial buildings as well as public buildings as well to be painted before the 15th of December 2025. So that's the ultimatum that has been issued from the city government.
Okay, fair enough. And failure to comply, you also said there will be $150 fine. Is that the requirement of the law?
Yeah, that is what is stipulated within the city ordinance, that those who will be putting up any non-compliance posture, they will be slapped with a fine of USD 150. So we are calling on, it is not something that we take pride in to say we want people to sit down because we people take pride in the place that they live. It is expected that you take pride in the environment in which you live. So this is one reason why the forefathers who crafted this ordinance thought it very important to make sure that we can have a time where we come together to have the buildings in our cities, in our city painted. Many times you have Liberians frowning on the fact that buildings are not painted. The place looks like a city that is just from war. So this is part of the enforcement exercise to ensure that we can have a renewed look across the city of Monrovia. So we are just encouraging Liberians, owners of buildings, public buildings as well, to have those facilities painted before the 15th of December 2025.
I know you spoke about a task force that's been set up, but I'm interested in how do we ensure compliance before people are even, up for fining and all of those things. So how effective is the city government going to ensure that they move to people, constructively engage them, and to ensure compliance to these ordinances?
So just to take you a step backward, this is not the first time that we are doing this. The Liberian people, residents within Monrovia, are very cognizant that this is a routine exercise that is conducted every December. So what we are doing as part of the
sit back and relax and say, oh, the people are already aware that routine, or you're going to make some effort to ensure that you move from place to place, encouraging people and of course creating awareness?
I was in flight. So the first aspect that we are doing is the awareness phase. I was in flight. The first aspect that we are doing is the awareness phase. We have an announcement that has been published on the official MCC Facebook page. On yesterday, we also sent this very announcement to the front page African newspaper. We also sent similar announcement to the Inquirer newspaper. We have also dispatched this announcement to the State Radio ELBC. The announcement has been dispatched to Prime FM as well and OKFM for airing. So in furtherance of that, we are going to have the
why have you not sent it to Freedom FM as well?
Well, it is based on the available funding, and it was not any negative reason for which.
When it comes to Freedom FM, is that available funding business, right?
Freedom will actually be. There are a number of other initiatives. There are a number of other things that we are undertaking.
Promise me you'll bring it today. You got to find out funding and bring it today.
Well, I can't be definite to that. We'll have to speak with finance on this to see if we can spread our tentacles to Freedom and a few other radio stations. But you can rest assured that there.
Okay. The business component there. So,
stations across the city. But back to the cogent issues, my dear friend, is that we are calling on Liberians to have, calling on residents of Monrovia to have their facilities painted before the 15th of December 2025.
Okay, well said. So lastly, let's talk about some of the constraints, because Liberians have been speaking out and voicing their concerns about the presence of waste across the various trees, and of course, waste are taking more than the due time at disposal site, and they don't see any timely effort on the part of the city government. Let's be fair. What is it that's actually hampering the city government's efficiency in removing this waste in real time?
Thank you. To the point, the most significant and biggest challenge is very profound.
We got some real network issue here. Okay.
Major challenge handling across Monrovia. Were you to do your personal research with cities in Africa, especially the vibrant ones that are thriving, you will come to a full realization that the budgetary allocation that is received by the city government of Monrovia is very infinitesimal when compared to other cities in Africa. We don't want to talk about 100+ million US dollars. The city government receives budgetary allocation of $4 million US dollars from national government, sometimes $3 million from national government. This we appreciate, but we have repeatedly made the call to national government as well as foreign partners to come to our aid in terms of budgetary support, in terms of logistical support to the city government. Currently, as it stands, the city government has only one functional truck. We are receiving support or budget.
Okay.
Trucks and received currently. We are also making some appeal to the government. Currently, we have presented a budget in the tune of 3.5 million to national government, hoping that it will complement the existing one that we are receiving from national government to make sure that we can handle waste across Monrovia. As it stands, you have a number of things ranging from acquiring PPEs to the issue about logistics in terms of trucks.
So your problem is actually logistical and financial constraints, and it is not a capacity issue in terms of your ability to do the job.
No, the MCC is not faced with human resource capacity deficit. No, that is not the constraint that we are faced with. The constraint that the MCC is confronted with has got to do with limited funding. And we have repeatedly made a clarion call to the Liberian people that the MCC is in need of budgetary support. I was just in a conversation with the DG for environmental health and sanitation, and he made me to understand that this month we spend $12,000 just on fuel. Just on fuel to take waste across the city. Just on fuel, we spend like 12 to 13,000 United States dollars. So when you talk about maintaining the I'm coming.
Lastly, we're pressed with time. We got to cover a lot of issues. So, how can residents in Monrovia lend an assistance to your core for increase budgetary and financial support? In what way can it be of help?
And the media as well, not just the citizens. And the media have got a critical role.
Okay.
Hinder the workings of various government functionaries. So now, the citizens could play a very important role in terms of paying for their waste. That's the first one. Okay. Many people are not paying for their waste. Many people would rather prefer to have the the disadvantaged youth take their waste to just place it on the streets. So we are saying, when you live in the city, it comes with certain responsibility. It is cost intensive to live in the city. If you don't want to live in the city, you have the rural part to go and live. But to live in the city ordinance require you to pay for your waste. Many people have flippantly refused to pay for waste in the city, and we are saying you have to pay for the waste. We have assigned waste management companies. We have assigned waste management companies to various communities across the city. We have assigned waste management companies to businesses in the city. Some businesses also are refusing to pay for their waste, and we are enforcing the city ordinance to make sure that they are in full compliance with this. Okay. So it takes time for these things to happen, but we are on the right trajectory to making sure that these things are done. But again, the media have got a critical role to play in buttressing the effort of the city government in making a clarion call to both the government, foreign actors, and local citizens in Liberia for the kind of support that we will need to advance our efforts.
All right, Vanny, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. We found time to talk more. But here, this is it. That's where the city government is, and we can beat on everybody, beat on ourselves. At the end of the day, it comes right back to all of us. These were the same challenges that the previous city government faced, and the very new city government they want today are still faced with the same thing, and we are going in that cycle. We may most likely continue to go in that cycle. So at what point do we as a country and people take responsibility and say, okay, let's do it this way, let's fix this thing, and let's get it right?
So the thing is, there are times, I always say this to people. Some decisions, especially when it comes to governance, it requires collective efforts of everyone. The government itself will have its part to play. The citizens more often have the greater responsibility in the case of like the MCC. Liberians have to start becoming responsible enough to understand that certain things are not just right and should not be done, and there are things that should be done to replace what the wrong thing that is currently being done. We understand that the city government is challenged. My own problem is that the current breed of individuals felt it was a particular person making when certain group of people were there, but the fight is, Abu, go along the various streets,
and it's beyond that.
Yeah, go along the various streets corner. Go in various communities. You will find out that citizens themselves will take the tithes from their home, place it right on the main road, and they expect that government is supposed to take it. Now let's
and the very people putting the tithe will go sit in the community. Oh, the place, they were doing these things,
so the mayor let's accept that the government, there is an arm of government responsible to clean the streets. Now, like Vanny said, is the budget enough to underwrite the cost of every other thing? That I'm not getting myself through this microphone better today. I don't know. I don't know whether it's from my end, but I'm not just getting myself.
I think
but let's be frank here.
It should be from your end.
Yeah, I think okay. So it's much better now from here. So is what is being presented or what has been budgeted for the MCC actually enough to underwrite the cost of everything? Let's take for example Montserrado County alone. Or let's say we're talking about Monrovia. Let's talk about Monrovia. Let's consider Cinco. Let's just say at least 30 or 40% of everyone living in Cinco just get their dad put on the street and expect that the MCC is supposed to take it from there.
You create your own diet.
Yes.
You just
so
on the street.
Every week, you should understand that the vehicles that these guys are using is supposed to be few.
The guy just talked about $12,000
every month. So multiply 12 by 12. 12,000 times 12 months. And you know how much is needed to just clean. And I'm not even sure that 12,000 is that 12,000 is something that is able, even if it is provided, it is able to keep all of the trucks moving and ensure that the streets are clean. Because Abu, in some community, go there today. Like let's look at the commercial hub of Red Light. Go Red Light today. Clean Red Light today and go back there this evening. This morning, go there and clean that place and go back there this evening.
That pins you people there, but that pins you people, they don't see you.
So even yes, Red Light is in Pinsville, but at least
because
the same
there's
thing
a
that
conflict. There's a conflict there because the business, how you call the marketing association. You know, that's a whole complex thing.
So the fight is, Abu, Liberians should take Abu, I was shocked when I left this country. You know, people will take diets. Liberians that I saw at various airports, they will take the diet in their hand, they hold it, they have to walk to trash can to dump it in the trash.
But when they come to
Liberia, they can sit in a tight set, eat the egg, throw the diet on the road, drink the water, throw the diet on the road. Why when we go out there, we portray ourselves to be saving lives and a responsible group of people, helping others out there to make their country clean, but we are here leading the charge to spoil our country or make our country dirty, and we are the very same people who will take to social media, go do pictorial of dice, post it on the internet. The war out, people out there look at Liberia to be a dirty country. Who is making Liberia dirty? The very citizens. The very citizens. But all of these things, like I said, the terrible thing is, this is something that requires holistic fight.
All hands on deck.
And all hands must be placed on decks. And Liberians should be conscientized enough. Who is supposed to lead that charge? Whether you are in the opposition, make Liberians to know today that when you put diet in the street, it is wrong. When you give diet to disadvantaged youth and they go to take it and place it right on the street, it is wrong. You don't even know that the diet that is being placed on the street is one of the real reasons why our quota don't even stay long. The roads that they face for other, go Red Light now. The road that they face that I already spent a year. Go and see how that road.
That's correct. The roads are busting. So we can talk about these, and of course, these are citizens' responsibility to the country, the community, and of course, we all got to play now. As much as we beat on government every day because they have their social responsibility, but the small one we got to do to make sure and make these things easier, we also have to do it. And as the media, we beat on everybody. So let's go to the CDC committee, construction committee. The United Party has been going around with different propagandas about the ownership of the land, and they've managed to find one malnourished looking Jato who is laying claim to the CDC property and all of that. But let's speak to the houses, and of course the spokesman for the CDC headquarters construction committee is Kine Oliver. Kine, okay, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Abu, and good morning to Hagar. Good morning to the rest of the people across the country listening to the broadcast about this moment.
So basically, we call you for clarity on what is the status of the land the CDC is expected to break ground for the construction of its party headquarters.
The status of the land is very good, safe, secure, and ready for the sole purpose of groundbreaking and subsequent construction. The partisans, sympathizers, and people wishing to see the CDC.
Okay, you have to adjust your background a little bit.
Are you getting me now?
We're getting feedback.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, much better. Okay, go ahead. Better now.
So, like I was saying, the status of the land is secure, safe, and ready for groundbreaking and subsequent construction process.
Okay. So, okay, go ahead.
No, I mean, except that you have another question.
So the question is 1 minute, Higa. I don't know how taken aback is the committee hearing news, particularly reported by some media entities, Spoon TV to be particular, that the landowner And it reads, landowner expresses disappointment over CDC's groundbreaking request without agreement. A landowner, Safi Edwardson, has expressed deep disappointment over what he described as a premature move by the Coalition for Democratic Change CDC to conduct a groundbreaking ceremony on his property in Congo Town without concluding a purchase agreement. First of all, do you know, as a committee of any Safi Edwardson, is he party to the property that the CDC purchased?
Abu and the rest of the people listening, let it be very clear. The land in question is for the Congress for Democratic Change. The official title of that piece of land was transferred from the grantors, the original owners, to the CDC after a successful purchase of the piece of land. There is no information to the committee as to who the name you mentioned is. As far as the committee is concerned, we have no writ in our possession. All we are busy with as an institution, as the committee, is to ensure that one of the biggest, if not the biggest, known electoral assembly will be done on Saturday, which is for the sole purpose of groundbreaking, at the level of the new headquarters. So any issue relative to claims and counterclaims, the committee is not bothered. The committee is not concerned. When anyone got claims to the land, there are ways and manner in which they can go about, handling it. Whatever the case is, we will not venture into what is not before us.
So before laying ownership to a land, you must have done every legal work, every legal paper that is needed must have been in your possession. Let's talk about this land.
The CDC is in possession of the legal title of the piece of land. The Liberian government, through the different land institutions, whether land commission, whether land authority, whether National Archive, they are all aware of the piece of land. This land is for the CDC. There is no owner.
Who is the grantor?
No, we have our grantor. We do not intend, to let the public know who our grantors are, except the court is intervening, and compelling, or better still, wanting us to provide our grantor. We are not in any litigational process to disclose who our grantors is.
But these conversations can
what we can
confirm
to the Liberian people, what we can confirm to the rest of the people across the world, is the fact that the land in question is now a property of the Congress for Democratic Change, and nothing more, nothing less.
So from all what you are saying, the signal here is the groundbreaking ceremony will go on as planned on Saturday beginning at 10 a.m.
Citizens and people who love the CDC and the political leader, President George Weah, should continue to get themselves prepared. If you were preparing your bag of cement to come to the groundbreaking, there should be nothing stopping you. Nobody expected that the CDC will engage in a process of constructing, if not the most modern political centers in the country, without an attempt by our adversaries to want to undermine.
And why you think so?
Because
why you think building your house to live in should be your neighbor should be against that?
Because there are political institutions that were organized. Some political institution got organized 1984. 41 years. They are yet to think about breaking ground for their own headquarters. Do you think with their grip on national power, national covers, and everything, you think they will be happy to have you, a 20-year-old party, breaking ground for the construction of a modern headquarters in record time? There's going to be some political manipulation.
And what are you doing to
debunk these? Don't be surprised if somebody from the system call you and say, hey, I come for one piece of paper. Go and pretend to be the owner of the CDC property so that the groundbreaking will not happen, because when it happens, will be shame. Or you think that is not possible?
And so, what are you doing as a committee? And what are you doing?
If any citizen had ever thought you were coming, if any citizen had ever thought that this headquarters will be built without your adversaries, your opponents, trying to attempt to subvert it, then you got to be joking. This is a political process, and you will keep having these things, coming up. But rest assured, what you need to know is that this land was purchased legally from the legitimate owners. The CDC is the legitimate owner of the property. That's what citizens and those listening, should get this morning from the conversation.
Okay, so Bakine, that is understood, but these conversations have got the propensity to derail the morale and, of course, the zest of your support base in terms
and
of
that is the reason why you are calling me, and that's the reason why we've been responding to several calls from different radio stations.
Okay, and that's what I wanted to know, because and that's what I wanted to know, because if these propaganda continue to go unaddressed and not sufficiently dealt with, they have got the propensity to undermine the turnout. Are you troubled by that?
That's why Freedom Radio, one of the biggest networks in this country, is currently having the spokesperson on the line. We're encouraging everyone, if you were watching your old CDC t-shirt for the program on Saturday, put more Omo and Tasso in it so that it will shine. If you were dusting your boots for the program on Saturday, put enough knocker on it and wash it. There is nothing, absolute nothing, will prevent the groundbreaking from happening. We're not saying it because we are defiant. We are saying it because we are the legitimate owners of the property. Our grantors, in fact, our grantor is currently looking for the guy who is masquerading to have him sue. Our grantors are looking for the guy to have him sue because they are trying to put the integrity of our grantor on the line, and we're not going to do that.
And who do you think could be behind this?
Who do you think is the major rival to the CDC in this country?
I don't know.
So they know themselves. But one thing we can assure the Liberian people,
as a committee, who are you suspecting?
No, we will not be in the business of suspecting people who are irresponsible enough to have handled a simple thing like headquarters for the past 41 years and would jump. Has decided to do what a 41-year-old institution could not do after almost 18 years of being in national leadership. Now, but the point here is very simple and clear. The groundbreaking ceremony will go on as planned. We will construct the headquarters in record time, and the Liberian people, particularly the citizens, will have somewhere to call their home. I mean, this is not surprising to us. When we embark on the process of having this construction, we knew there will be some subversive elements. We knew there will be some individuals from the other side who will want to attempt to do stuff. And so citizens should stop being in the mood of panicking every time. Stop being fragile. You are in opposition. You are no longer in power. Those with the power, those with the money will continue to do all of what they want to do to delay you, to distract you, to discourage you. Okay. You got to be strong. You got to listen to your leaders. And we are saying to you this morning that no matter the situation, your headquarters is secure. The only owner of the property is CDC. No citizen should be saying the property owner is saying this. No, the owner of the property is CDC. If CDC is not saying anything, don't listen to anything somebody else saying.
Okay, this is Oliver Kine, and of course, you can be assured that 2030, this country will not be the same. These are voices that will be championing the cause and, of course, making sure that the people revolution is secure. Kine, thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Abu, and thank you to the rest of the people for following.
I'm sure you wanted to say come October 18.
Yes, come October 18.
So we'll end that one for him.
Get ready, get prepared, and I know Kine can do the job, right? And you all know so. This is authoritative communication. Lame dog communicators here doing hangy-pangy and could not provide substantive debunks to propagandas, and we all ended up the way we did. We need to find competent, qualified individuals to do the task. And this is how the new CDC going to look like. This is how going forward. This is how things are going to be like. So the base is mobilized. The base is assured. So just wherever you are, Grand G there, Sano, Maryland, Riverside, Grand Crew, put on your CDC song. You know what? Saturday is a National CDC Day. We are declaring that. Freedom FM, we're telling you, wear your t-shirts. Nobody can do a jing thing tie your lapels. If you don't have lapel, right, find your OO t-shirt. The OO. Let this country be blue. Because you know what? The native people, the country people, are more than any other group of people in the country.
Amongst the shirts I'm seeing being printed, the white dominating.
The white. Yeah, but blue writing on it. Just make sure blue there.
So the best swag would be the white shirt and the blue cap.
No, but let's talk about this, man. This is childish on the part of the government, right?
Abu, you have to understand all of these tactics. You have to understand.
Well, I know, I told you yesterday that it was a clear propaganda.
And the good thing about you that I like is you've clearly said to me, you not get no future interest in whether politics or not. Yeah, you not get interest in politics. But the thing is, in politics, Abu, you have to be on the alert. For me, I saw this, I read the communication. But let me say this to you. The face that was sent forth doesn't even represent the communication. So I knew that was a strategy. Abu, if you really do fast funding, if you check behind that person picture they posting, that's somebody that died long before. Yeah, on some Facebook page that maybe the last time they posted or maybe 6-7 years ago, and they decided to do that. It's a proper that guy face, right? Yes, it's a propaganda that is being used. And even if you hear it tomorrow in court, that could be a delayed tactic on the part of the government.
Here's the thing, right? It is apparent that the ruling party is afraid,
intimidated,
and troubled by the mass following of the CDC.
Most definitely.
So that they deploy these reactionary tactics to basically undermine and turn out and all of that. Why can't you focus on governance? When ANC people go talk, you'll get vex your cause. CDC people talk, you'll get vex, you'll do all kind of things. CMC people go build bridge for the poor people, you'll say they should stop it.
So this
Mapolu County, you'll stop it. So Bond County, you are attempting to stop a CMC project in Bond County. So what do you want?
This is the real, when you want to unmask the real face behind the person, this is what is happening to the Unity Party. It is becoming glaringly clear that the real intention of those who claim to be the rescuers was to come here and maybe and try to do things that they did not do before. There were mistakes that they made during their 12 years in government first that they wanted to rectify, and they came under the mantra of rescue, using Liberians suffering and adding lies to that to get to where they are today. Now, no responsible government or even individual will want to oppose to a developmental programs or project only because you claim that person is not in your line. Nobody. The government, it has become clear that this government is unable to undertake any signature project.
Wait, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, the picture, hey, Lord. My people,
the picture where the guy in the orange?
Yeah, no, the guy who they passing around with, and I see Spoon TV. Look, Spoon, you lose your credibility when you get stupid big dumper here beginning like James there doing things for you. You get in trouble. Water Spoon is a baptized young man. He's beginning to see the light. But you get dumper here, tribalistic, beginning like Jean Goody, who here looking at Central Street dumper, passing around and writing trash on your news, The guy who they son is a notorious Kinju sucker. Notorious Kinju sucker. You see the guy face, you see a stomach in front of him, dead pig. When the pig die in the dumper, when the maggots enter the pig belly, how you can be looking pump and run. If you have seen it before, if you have not seen it before, go somewhere and go look for it and go see it. That just how that clown better looks. And that clown is the one that these punks are parading with around here and saying Uno. That man I can be begging for liquor, taking liquor on credit to one of my own man area. No, you never buy your finish. So I'm just getting reminded about the identity of the food. And you guys are so unserious. Look, man, sedition, y'all go break your ground, yeah. Y'all go break your ground. Yeah. Right? I know the food. But I didn't observe the face good. So my friend had to hit me up and say, look, boy, you know the man. Right? In fact, said today, they even will go. All the liquor in owing my man, I will tell him, my man, they may say you get leon. They may say you get billion in Congo.
They may say you sell your labor 300,000.
You taking liquor on credit, you buy you. The country, yeah.
We have to make the country serious.
And serious. And look, this is even more troubling. And I've always listened to people who claim that, oh, you know, the media and blah 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 try to define what media independence and objectivity is. And they clap for unethical institutions around here. How do you go ahead, right, to write such a thing on a media platform? I have serious problem with Spoon. You know, doing in my journey, I associated. But look, there are some elements that are very good within that entity, but there are some elements that have elected to damage the reputation of the hard work and dedication of some men and women in that place that are doing so very well. Are some very decent and professional guys working there. And you know, when people elect to prioritize ethnicity and tribalism, normally what it does is it kind of derail the sense of reasoning and objectivity. And this is exactly what is gradually infesting the professional realm or the professionalism within Spoon. And Stanton, I mean, I will talk to him after the show. He has to put his feet down. He has to put his feet down. I know you're doing all you can to maintain, but you have to put your feet down because the repetition. How you go take King Juice Soccer and go put the man say the man selling land for 300,000? I can tell you, just I'm not going to call the name of the probably owner, but I can tell you the guy as we speak right now, he's still owing the people stout. He's still owing balance stout money.
Man, I get lane down.
How much they can sell stouts there?
I can't kill because I don't know.
So yeah, look, so just imagine if somebody can credit stout.
Yeah. But stout should be something around 250 or 280.
Imagine a human being that can credit 250 liquor. That I won't go open and boss say then look at how they wrote the stories. Just that as soon as see your mail. Your way, I will take that man got picture, I'll pull it up for you to see. But the big thing I'm talking about. But let's take calls, man. You just feel the nonsense that happened since they go like the guys, and I want to again congratulate and say kudos to this guy, to J Ball, to Susan.
I didn't see you so gonna record it for J Ball.
And Vincent. Now fire for fire now. Nobody gonna take J Ball. And even all the other parties to get in their fire for fire move. You saw ANC men firing. Right, CMC men firing from all Selena. Nobody gonna take that bully. You bully people, you demean people, you attack them, you made them to look less human being, less Liberian. This thing's not gonna work going forward.
I spent some of my times yesterday following J-Boy when he went live, and he said too many things. Key amongst them is the fact that you see J-Boy appears presentable.
Mm-hmm.
J-Boy is well inclined, and he made us to understand that no individual in their sound and right mind will just decide one early morning to just get dressed or take bath and get dressed and just say to insult women or anybody for whatever reason. But he said it happened before, it has happened continuously, and nothing has been done. So apparently, Abu, let's be frank here now. You get one fresh lay picking in the community who is always beating on your child. And whenever he beats on your child, you can't take any action. So that picking will feel like he's outlaw, he's strong, and nothing the family can do to him. So he will just grab your child at any time, beat on that child. But the day it reached to a point where you grab him, take off his trousers, beat his butt, then his family can you take it away you're supposed to take it. That child would never do it because what you have done to him will serve as deterrence. So in this case, let's be frank, no United Party person will just go about insulting anybody in the country, especially from the opposition, whether from the CDC, the ANC, CMC, or whatever political party. That reckless way of behaving, whether you get ready and start insulting, nobody got monopoly over violence, nobody got monopoly over insults. The fact is, nobody can go to school to learn insult.
I agree.
But when you decide, when certain group of people decide to be professional and peaceful, and a friend from the CDC said, the time that CDC had to maintain the peace, in a sense, January 22nd, 2024, the responsibility to maintain the peace of our country is now resting upon the Unity Party under Boakai. That's why you saw before there were things that Unity Party did, not that they had monopoly over them, but the CDC as government in charge was responsible to maintain the peace. So we could use all of this persuasive method to talk to CDCians because the greater responsibility of maintaining the peace was upon them. But in this case, what if the guys say they are ready to go for fire? Anyone you bring.
Fire. So continue to play your cash giveaway. We have bagel rice, of course, and of course, cash price *255 *1#. The more you play, the better chances are to win. So let's take calls, right? Let's take calls on these talking points. Our guest is already here in the building. Right after here, we're going to be having conversation about the Alternative National Congress, and we are open to everybody. Come and tell us. We'll be launching the Freedom Money Rise youth, a political party youth debate. We'll be launching a series, 1 month series, where youth leaders across all of Liberia's political party will have a chance to debate their respective political party issues. What we're trying to do right now, we want to elevate and redefine what these public conversations should be on national radio. It's going to be good. Give voice to all of. So the future of the country rests in the hands of the young generation. So let's hear their thoughts. Let's hear their respective parties' positions and, of course, policy on addressing Liberia's future. So they're going to debate it among each other. So we'll launch that very soon. The Freedom Money Rise Youth Political Party Youth Debate is coming up. We're working the details, and, of course, we'll make it public. Youth leaders, brace yourself, get ready. It's an opportunity. Grab it to come and see what you can see. Let's assess the youth view on what the future of this country should look like and what the future of the country will look like under their respective political institutions. So 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call, and you will be live on the show. Let's hear from you. Right here, and at 9 o'clock, Desmond will be in to talk to us. So let's take calls. Just any of the talking points you want to weigh in on. Like we said, on tomorrow we will spend time on the World Bank's report. The report is already out. We'll spend time on the World Bank's report on Liberia 2025. Like we said, it doesn't look too beautiful for the government. That's what we have always called on the government to focus on governance and leadership. You have a mandate to lead. You have a mandate to govern. You have a mandate to fix the problems with the country. That's your mandate. So you have to take upon that and deliver. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call in. Speak now or forever hold your peace, right? How prepared are you? The doubts around the CDC headquarters has been allayed by the spokesman of the construction committee. And of course, what do you have to say? The city government has also announced that, look, you have to take charge of your own waste, contribute, and of course, pay few cash, 5,000 up to 25. So we have Mr. Jura Sano, who is also a member of the committee, as our first caller. Let's hear you, Chief. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu Sharif, and also good morning, Ega Gonda. So the real name is Gonda, and not Gonda.
Okay, like you're the Nimba people, then so go ahead.
Okay, fast forward. Let me add to what the spokesman said. Okay. You know, just last week, the UP apologists came and misled the public by saying our land will purchase falls within the construction zone of the overhead bridge. That was lie. Now they are going through some kind of fake human being who has come and say the land for him. It's not issue for us. So we want to assure all our partisans, all our supporters, the committee headed by Councillor Fonati Kofa, a legal luminary, did not just buy the land. We did all what they call in law due diligence, did all the verification, and established that those who sold the land to us are the legitimate owners of the property. The land is deeded in the party's name. All legal requirements pertaining to owning law all have been met. Somebody coming to say the land for him or the land for them is not an issue for us. On the 18th of October 2025, Liberian people, partisans, led by our standard bearer, the former president, His Excellency George Weah, will break ground on that day. Let's come in one number. There will be no distraction. I repeat, when we say we are having rally the last time fundraising in April 2025, they said CDC was broke. We were taking money from our poor partisans. Now they are having the same rally in the name of fundraising.
And yeah, they said, I think they said it for December, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We are our own happy April 2025. Several months later, now they have come and say they are having fundraising. But when we did our own, they say we were broke. We're taking money from poor marketers. Now they are doing the same thing. Because we are about to break ground for the first time for an opposition political party, vote of government resources. It's a blow to them. It's a blow to them.
Okay.
So they want to be all kind of thing. It can't work. Partisans, let me speak the liberal way. You can, one by one. On that day, from 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock that day, we are having that peaceful groundbreaking ceremony. And right after Saturday, Monday, 2 days later, real construction starts. I just want to add to what KOK said. This is a message from the committee. This is a message from President Weah. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much.
so kindly. It's one reason why I had issue with that thing. Yes, so Seditians, you have to be cognizant of the fact that all of these things will happen. It is what it is in our country, especially looking. So I guess, but let me say this. You have to while you get ready for Saturday,
you'll be playing. You get your late fat ass in. You keep it in your pocket, and you know Saturday you be chilling while the Kakabele.
You even use maybe one fat them buy one them and get to your party. So while we wait to do so, while you're waiting to do your groundbreaking on Saturday, which I've been confirmed again that there is going to go ahead. One of your CDC sisters.
What happened to the network?
I think it's orange.
See, the whole thing dropped.
Network. So maybe we can get alternative line. Let's give
let's give
alternative line. 0.
You don't think it's generally or it's just
let's see.
Right?
I'm sure it's but mine here on this phone is better. So let's try this.
It's back up now. Okay, you see. I don't know what they can be doing. They did the same thing yesterday.
Go ahead.
We are begging you people.
The Boeing one for you to be calling, they can be playing with the network on the phone. Go ahead.
Yeah, we are begging you people. You should not be all weak. What happened to us? The very touch our soul, all the way to our blood. So the way we prepare to come over there, while we hearing.
And I will call the people now. We call your leader. Your leader say your people listen to it. Propaganda.
Everything is proper.
Everything proper.
We don't want
you don't listen. Your leader. You got that. What cancer? You got to listen to your leaders. Your leader telling you. You can't be listening to the opposition.
You went to buy. Where you to buy?
Morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Abu. Good morning to the co-host.
Go ahead.
And I call you from around Springfield this morning. You know, Abu,
we are always aware that wherever God that it is, Satan always want to carry the spies there. That's what's happening between CDC and the United Party.
Okay, so the United Party is Satan?
The United Party is the Satan.
Okay.
And CDC is the God.
So y'all gotta sing this song. We don't want to sing Prince of Wales. Say Satan, go, go, go. We don't want to see you, man. Hey, thank you very much, man. I gotta hold you there. Let's take that award. Time is fast spent. Our guest is right here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
And let me say good morning to your colleagues in Studio Ega. My name is Daniel Saki, and I call you on Joe Committee this morning. Abu, the United Party, me tell you, put again for grace. God has blessed this political party and our political leader George upon man we are. So there's nothing of magic in two. There's no political party opinion. One king you be. For lather and listen to that man voice. And what you said more is true.
I said I know the man.
No.
I will tell the man stomach picture.
I'm gonna beat like a poogie. The man won't get it anywhere.
The man stomach picture. I will show you.
The man is the one is the man who accepted to sell his integrity to the Unity Party so he can do what he do.
Yeah, the man will pay Lagos debt.
Abu,
so big brother Jala Griffith.
Yeah,
good morning.
Yeah. So Abu, this while we get prepared for Saturday. Why CDCians out there get prepared for Saturday, you can support your CDC family who are doing the t-shirt sales and printing. So if you want the groundbreaking t-shirt, it is being sold. You can call any of these numbers 0775 925 644 0775 925 644 on WhatsApp, or maybe you can call on 0880 465 100 0880 465 100. Yeah, call any of these numbers. Just say, oh, Hager asked me to come here and they will give you discount. You can go there, purchase your groundbreaking t-shirt, be fully unified so you can hear them. We move on to another one.
What got to happen is the opposition political party, you can have all your issue, but you just hold together and just collectively confront, because what the people, you can be attacking every other person. When the other people won't do the one, you go simple, you cause the other people won't do the one, you go simple, you do the other won't do the one. So what kind of country is this? Continue to play. Good morning. Good morning. Tapeta Nimakante, let's hear you. Mama, say that you can put a speaker outside in Tapeta. You see, they get one guy that can put a speaker outside in the morning.
No, I want on my friend.
Oh, okay. Tell the man to increase the volume, yeah? Okay. All right. Thank you very much from Tapeta. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
Good morning, Eda.
Good morning.
You know, the whole thing I'm seeing, they people need fire for fire. On a serious note, they get me in a platform. They tell we were responsible to hold peace after has passed. That's why you continue to throw rock at me. Who is in her? Oh no, it's not happening this way. Our leader has spoken. Last night I listened to school when they guy was talking. The only thing I did, I saw I listened to him for a little while. I just sweat and because I didn't feel play music. So what I say, enough is enough.
All right, enough is enough. Let's squeeze Peter Lynn Peters. She's been away for quite some time now. Oh, but the line dropped. So continue to play your cash giveaway on *255*1#. The chief scribe of the Alternative National Congress is already pretty seated in our studio, and of course, we're going to take this break with Crime Stopper Liberia. As we come back, we have a conversation with the ANC spokesman, so to speak. This break, and Desmond will be our guest.
Shama musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the real authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you cheche. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia, and of course, fellow Liberians, just wherever you are, a pleasant welcome back to the final lap of the conversation right here on Freedom 87.9, the nation's premier breakfast platform, the Freedom Morning Rush. And of course, as we told you, we have already the Secretary General of the Alternative National Congress, Mr. SG. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Abu and Hagar. Thank you so much for the invitation. Let me say thank you for the infrastructure here. You're doing pretty well at the Freedom. Thank you to you for everything you're doing. And let's say good morning to the listening audience, especially to members of the Alternative National Congress, supporters and the well-wishers of Mr. Alexander Bennett Cummings. We say good morning to you and the general listening public out there, whether you're following us through the radio, through the Facebook Live feed. We say good morning to you.
And I believe this is your first time in Freedom.
Certainly, this is my first time. I'm amazed by the level of work you've done here, the transformation we've seen. We say thank you, and we hope to always come back and explore the opportunity you have provided today. And in future, we want to continue on this path. But thank you again for everything.
Yeah, you just got elected. So you're a young man, relatively. I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Your election, what does it mean for the party?
Well, my election means a lot for the party. A young man being the Secretary General of a political party like the Alternative National Congress. It means a lot. My election will also bring to the party
Are you the
young
first?
young
Are you the
people.
first in your age? Cool.
So far as history can be kind to us, I mean, history can remember us for that. I don't know.
The young people has always been denied, but now
no. The young people have always been in the leadership of the party, But it is an opportunity.
the level of the Secretary General. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, so to speak, at the level of the Secretary General, but the young people have always been involved in the leadership of the party in different areas. But we are very privileged enough.
Confined to the youth league.
No, not confined to the youth league.
Okay.
There are other young people in different key leadership roles in our party. Yes, that's a fact.
Who is Desmond? The last one out there.
Thank you. So Desmond is a young man. Desmond has been around for some time. Desmond has been in the politics since 2015. Desmond came to the politics through Mr. Carl Wongwe, now representative, Nimba County District Number 9.
Okay.
I was recruited as communications liaison when the team Cummins from Liberia were coming to the country, introducing Mr. Alexander Bennett Cummins in the political space.
Mm-hmm.
I was recruited by Wongwe to serve as communications liaison. And subsequently, when the party got integrated, when the movement got integrated with the political party ANC, I continued the role as communications liaison, deputy to the former Deputy Secretary General for Press and Public Affairs, Mr. Jonathan Dolake. Subsequently, when we went to our convention in 2019, Constitution was amended. Desmond came to the position of communications director. That position was created, and Dolake continued as Deputy National Secretary General. After Desmond became the role I played as communications director up to the 2023 elections, coordinating media activities and involving with the press. So to speak.
So your life, political life has been the ANC.
The ANC, the ANC has been the only political party I've signed membership form to, or with. Sorry. So when Dolake relocated to the United States of America, thereby bringing in a gap, a void in the leadership of the party at the level of the Deputy Secretary General. So after careful observation by other members of the party, executives of the party, there was a mini convention. Our late chairman, Senator Nathan, passed in the period during the elections. And so the chairmanship was open for grabs, as well as the Deputy Secretary General. So after working in the secretary, because of course the communication arm is under the secretariat. So from communications liaison, communications director, the executives of the party saw it fit to elect me. There was a mini convention.
Okay.
Yeah, that brought me to the position of Deputy Secretary General, deputizing the former Secretary General, Councilor Elections 2. And so through that, I became the Deputy Secretary General, and subsequently in our March, Kakata convention recently, Councilor 2 was now contesting. And so again, the executive committee saw it fit. You came from communications liaison, communications director, you're now Deputy Secretary General. You understand how the secretariat works, you understand how to move around in the secretariat, how to push the party forward. So the executive committee found it fit to support me in contesting, as the Secretary General of our party. And so that brought me into the position now where I am. And I'm so grateful to the National Executive Committee delegates.
Was it on web ballot?
It came to that point because actually somebody was a partisan of ours was attempting to get in the race.
He got compromised.
No, he didn't get compromised. He saw that delegates had already decided the name Desmond Tutu name. So there was no need in his mind to venture into that because he would have obviously gotten defeated. Had he gone or gotten into the race of me. But quite honestly, we were prepared to face the challenge.
Okay.
Before becoming Deputy Secretary General, there was a minimum. Election.
Do you face the bill as Secretary General, comparing the atmosphere, the competition, comparatively with other political party, Desmond Tutu? Do you fit the bill?
When you say fit the bill, I don't understand. I am a Liberian. I am qualified. I am committed. Committed. I'm sorry. The task is not
the national.
The National Secretary General is just a position. The Secretariat is what we know best.
Can you compete at the level with other political institutions around here?
Abu, the thing is pushing ideas, conversations, having intellectual discourses. Those are the things that we know how to do too. We are young, but we are never carried away. We are never bothered. We focus on the task. We know this task. We know the secretariat. We are not just lousy. No, the secretariat has different functions. It's not only to be a loudmouth talking or a tough, quote unquote, tough talking. Secretary General. All right, there are different functions in the secretariat, and we understand those functions.
Okay,
and we can tell you that we will execute it. We're not beating our chest, and that's why the executive committee and delegates saw a fit to allow us to carry on this role, despite our age, despite our political, involvement. Of course, we've been around since 2016 years, but compared to other people, but at the same time, we know that the secretariat, we can run the secretariat, and it's not about age, it's not about whatever. Thing that you want to bring in, but we know how to run the affairs of the secretariat.
Okay,
so we are not strange to the secretariat. It is only the position now that has changed.
That's more congratulations on your election as the Secretary General.
Thank you, Hugo. Thank you.
It sounds sweet calling yourself or being called the Secretary General or the National Secretary General of such a unique political institution. But coming to the table, you got a very huge task. Your party are completed in 2 successive elections. The outcome, at first, you feel yes. At first try, yes, maybe I'm good. The second one, you lost on something. Now being referred to widely as this one-person party.
Proud 1%.
How you intend? What are you bringing on the table strategically to ensure that that name and political nomenclature being given to your institution can be changed?
So that's why we are rebranding our party. The convention started. We started on the note. On that note about going to our national convention, bringing in fresh ideas, bringing in new breed of partisans who have different ideas, very progressive ideas. All right. We went to the convention, elected new members, new leaders of our party. That's where we started. We are rebranding our party. You got it right. Here you go. 2017, we performed, very well. Judging from the
7%.
Judging from the fact that Mr. Cummins,
7% very well.
Judging from the fact that Mr. Cummins, judging from the fact that Mr. Cummins,
with zero
judging from the fact 1 year, in less than 1 year, a quote unquote political nobody at the time, among all of the big names,
and 7% was the best
among all of the big names in less than 1 year. That's what you want to underscore. That's the point.
Isn't that
in less than 1 year, we were able to get the young people on our side. We were able to get the marketers.
You ran one of the biggest campaign in 2017. You know that.
In less than 1 year, we got 5th place in the elections with over 20 candidates. All of those candidates, in fact, if not all, but majority of the candidates that we even defeated or we even had good numbers over have been around before Mr. Cummins could even get into electoral process. In less than 1 year, we were able to get that number. That was an achievement. Of course, we were targeting the presidency. We had a plan to go after, to win the presidency. But judging from the period that we came to the politics, to get that number was something that we thought, we thought, to see as a progress. We made some significant progress in that direction.
But you did a big campaign.
I don't understand when you say big campaign. Everybody campaigned around here. Other political parties campaigned. The current president was former vice president. He was a sitting vice president. They used a lot of money. They were using government resources to campaign.
You to use money.
They were using government resources.
How can your money
they were using government resources to campaign.
How can your money did not pay?
They were using
pay out for them. They came.
Look, when you say you use money, I still don't get it. We campaign to our people. Of course, small money was spent for campaign purposes. In terms of logistics, that's where our focus has been, because we needed to have reached out to the people. All right, places like Nimba County, places like Riverview.
Your performance in 2017, you indicate that the people did not listen to you. Have you identified?
Well, you say the people did not listen to me.
7% performance.
So you don't seem to get the point, Abu. The point is coming to the presidential race in less than 1 year. Okay. In less than 1 year. Meeting all of the quote-unquote political big names that we still have around here. Some of them are still around here.
Okay, let's come to 2023.
Yes. So our performance 7% then, I mean, coming fifth in less than 1 year. Though that's not what we wanted.
Every applicant in 2023 came in less than 6 months and beat your number.
So coming to 2023, Abu, I mean, that was a joke. That number was thrown at us in 2023. You know that.
How can you say that?
The sitting president. Look, Abu. Look, I mean, let's be real.
These are the claims you've been laying.
Abu, let's be
Abu,
let's be real here. Let's be very real and objective here. Look, 2017, in less than 1 year, we got 7%. We came fifth. Still being engaged. Mr. Cummings has been the only engaged opposition political person in this country with the populace. That is a fact. He's been engaged since 2017, even though he got defeated. But he did not leave this country as others have been doing. Mr. Cummings remained in this country, still was engaged with the population of our people. He got engaged with them, doing different things with them. He did not leave them. He listened to their plights before he got defeated in 2017. Fast forward to 2023.
When he should have
how in your mind, in your own reasonable mind, how can a person performed, very well in less than 1 year, 2017, and then dropped?
Let me tell you how it is. Let me tell you how it is.
It's possible with the very basic system that we have. That's what we're dropping.
I mean, your party is the
message system in the country.
No. You executive of the ANC.
The message system in our country. Listen to me. You ask a question. I haven't addressed your question.
But let me conclude my question.
I understand your question very well.
Let me learn finally. Right? Go ahead. You executives of the ANC have always looked for reasons to blame the dismal performance of Mr. Cummings, who have been very consistent.
We not blame shifters like the current government.
Who has a message and has been going
We not blame shifters.
But you have to look in and evaluate the structural issues, right? The organizational issues and the messaging that has not resonated with the Liberian electorate.
We understand that question and that point that you tried to make. That's why we try to address it. From 2017, Mr. Cummings in less than 1 year got 7% fifth place. Fast forward, still remain engaged. And you say his number will drop at 1%. Is that something you want to listen to realistically? No. This is why we are telling you. Although we did, there are reasons why we did not push forward with any case because
maybe
the evidence was not sufficient enough.
Okay,
this is our country. No, there is a case. I'm coming now. When you say there is no case,
have a claim, but you don't have sufficient evidence.
I agree to that. And why we say this? Look, you followed the elections in 2023 during the runoff. A man who got quote unquote 1%, justifiable in your mind, 1%, quote unquote, was reached out to. He was the first person that the two contenders that were going to the runoff election.
No, that doesn't say.
No. It says a lot. No, it says a lot. No, by presidents. By presidents.
CDC reached out.
Somebody who is not
candidate. Reach out.
That
doesn't save you.
No, Abu. Mr. Cummings was the first to be reached out to amongst all of the presidential candidates. Then, amongst all of the defeated presidential candidates, Mr. Cummings was the first. It was being reached. Was reached out to power.
What does that say?
Now those two. That tells you that they know that he's still. He has the relevance. He has the numbers. But they both.
Maybe just for the record.
No. A qualified non-entity cannot be the first to be reached out to during that very, important process. No way. No. Be very rational and reasonable, Abu. We're not speaking because we are members of the ANC. Even if I'm outside of the ANC, but when I put on a rational cap, I know definitely that. It wasn't going to be just any decision.
What do you think
for somebody, for two political contenders who are going to the run-up election to reach out to somebody who got only one person, the first person? No, nobody who was done that. So that person was a political no entity. But because they know that something happened along the way, which we all cannot prove, they still came out to him and asked for his support. That's why I support. That speaks volume.
It's just hard to prove that. You and USA agree that
but that's what I'm saying.
You don't have the relevant and the sufficient evidence to prove that claim. So it will always be
that's what I'm saying, Abu. But the fact remains, Mr. Cummings is still a serious person in this country, and that's why we are still projecting him. We are making the case on a daily basis. We are increasing our arguments every day.
So we'll go to what you are doing now, but just one last question on your past performance and all of that. If you do a retrospect on 2023, the campaign, the collaborations, the arrangements, and all of that, are there reasons in your mind to blame the quality of your collaboration and your relationship that might have affected your party's performance?
Well, we learned from that collaboration. I can tell you that it was a learning curve for us. Look, Mr. Cummings has always said, and I believe that I agree with him, that you can't do anything about the past.
Okay.
The past is the past. We've done what we could do in the past. We collaborated with people who we collaborated with in the past. We are in the present now and advancing to the future. That is where our concern is. The past is the past. Things happened in the past. You saw it. You were right here. But we've done with that. We are done with that. We are moving forward. We're focusing on branding or rebranding our party, ensuring that our structures are restructured properly, ensuring that we have other relevant people join in this process and making sure that we become victorious in 2029. So that's our focus now. We're rebranding, we're restructuring our party. We focus on doing that. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of different meetings ongoing, and in different corners of our party, in different corners in the communities. People are gravitating more to the ANC.
Open to collaboration.
We cannot rule that out, but not at this early stage. As I said to you, Abu, we are focused on restructuring our political party.
Can you do it alone?
And as part of the restructuring process,
we
also go across the country in all of the counties. We just got through with the National Executive Committee at our recently held convention. We're going to do elections in all of the 15 counties to bring out influential people to serve as our county chairpersons. Those things will happen. Some of them, current ones might be replaced. Some will be brought at the the executive committee level in different roles. They will play them, but the restructure exercise continues, and it's going to go across the country in all of the 15 counties. So our focus now is on rebranding. We're not looking at collaboration now. We are now ruling out because, of course, recent past history, can tell us that can prove that collaborating efforts have always, won elections in recent past history. In the last 2-3 successful elections we've had in our country. So we're not ruling out the issue of the collaboration. But at this stage now, it is still early for us to do that.
If you must collaborate,
focus on rebranding and restructuring.
If you must collaborate in the future, are you still open to the possibility of going as running mate to any collaborator?
Look, Abu,
as a party,
Abu,
is your political leader thinking in that direction?
Abu,
it's optional. Are they open?
Abu, the party will make that decision.
But
with the collaborators that we will, with the Whoopie collaborators.
Is the political leader options open?
The party will make that decision.
Are they cool just as 2023?
The party will make that decision. And one thing we can say here is we're going to be clear in any collaboration we go into. What role we're going to be playing. We're not going to go into the hanky-panky game that was taking place in the last collaboration we were into. No.
So you agree in the last collaboration you were playing?
No, listen, when you say play, I don't know when you say play.
I mean the Unity Party play.
No, people use a message system. People use that message system.
But you're part of the system, and then you go play it.
People use the message system. What's in the message system? The message judiciary system. That's what I'm talking about. That's what people use against us. That's what people. I mean, and they navigated very well, and they are in power now. That's why ANC are very hurt about this. That's why we're facing the kind of thing we're facing today in our country.
Okay.
To bring criminals to power. That's a problem.
Criminals to power.
Criminals. The current Unity Party government, they are criminally doing things. They are criminally doing things. You are following around here.
For
example. All right. For example, you have a legislature. You have a legislature that was having some fight among themselves. All right. The government, the presidency in particular, supported the ousting of the former speaker to get. People were on tape around here.
Remember, you're the Secretary General.
People were on tape around here.
Are you saying fact?
People were on tape around here that allegedly received money for the ousting of the former speaker. The records are here. You know that the news carried.
And the ANC believes
this is not something that we are making up.
So the ANC believes that happened.
But we call for investigation. The ANC had a press statement on that. All right? To hear lawmakers admitting on tape that they were bribed, that they received money, it was very troubling. It was a troubling news, not just for the country. All right, I'm sorry, not just for the legislature, but the entire country. It was very troubling. It is not something that we are making up. We know what we're saying. There were allegations that were made. Those things should not be happening. All right? People criminally made their way to power. And so that's why you see the level of criminality in our country. Allegedly. Things are happening right that should not be happening. Abu, the governance system of our country now has reached a point where, things are not going the way they're supposed to go in a normal democracy.
Okay.
Political opponents have been chased after. Political opponents have been targeted. This is not the governance that we wanted. This is not the governance the Liberian people wanted when they voted what I refer to now as, the rescue mission. They call themselves the rescue mission, but they have become so risky to the extent that they pose a serious threat to our country.
That's when your opponent believes that the ANC has been silent on these things.
No, we don't.
That's when you
but you'll not be following, apparently.
What is the record? Tell us when last you spoke.
No, we've been speaking. There are several press releases that we've been releasing. From the ousting of the former, the illegal removal of the former speaker. We've been making our statements known. We've been speaking against.
Is it the ANC opinion that was illegally removed?
We've been speaking against the illegal removal of the former speaker.
Okay.
We've been speaking against that. The processes leading to his removal were illegal.
We did not hear you speak when the killings happened in King George. Did you speak?
We spoke on those things. We spoke on those things. You haven't been following. That's the problem. But we can understand. You haven't been following. Because our political leader, they didn't come up to say something. Doesn't mean that the party has not been speaking. The party has been speaking. Other media houses, including newspaper owners, newspaper houses have been, publishing, our press releases on these different things that have been happening in our country.
Okay.
Yes. So you haven't been following, Abu.
No, but share me the link. You have not sent me anything.
Abu,
whether you spoke on these things.
Abu, I will share the link with you. I will share the link.
I don't know what happened in the time.
I will share the link with you that we've been speaking on issues affecting our country, especially the reason the illegal removal of the former speaker, Jonathan the King George incident in Grand Cape County as well. Those things, we've been following them and speaking against them.
Some of what the current government said they were going to change when you all collaborated during the opposition era, where that the contrast and other issues that were happening in the country were fraudulently being done, and that when they come, they were going to review them. So recently we've heard reviewer for the Asilometer and other concessions that the government has seemingly been dragging her feet on, and Liberians have been raising concerns. So we'd like to know, where does the ANC stand on some of these things?
So, Abu, we followed Mr. Cummins' interview, the last interview. He was very clear. We need to revisit concessions in our country. We don't need concessionaires to build schools. We don't need it. What we need is a fair share of the concession agreement. The Liberian government fair share of the concession agreement. People must be realistic when they go to sign concession agreements. With that, the government will build their own schools. The government will build their own hospitals. The concession companies don't have to use their discretion on the kind of school they want to build. For example, in King George. They don't have to. For example, in Kakata or in Magini County, where the fire story is, they don't have to. Once the Liberian government gets its first fair share of the concession agreement, those things will be done properly. We will know the quality of school we want to build, the school buildings we want to build. We will know the quality of healthcare we want to provide in terms of building infrastructure as well. So concessions must be revisited. People have allegedly been taking kickbacks. For example, the recent yellow machine conversation that have been around here with the current, I don't know what, the current minister there.
Which minister?
Mama Kapel, the minister of State, she was involved, in negotiating a certain yellow machine deal that backfired at the end of the day. Where is it now? That renegotiation has to take place. Those are not things we should be doing. When we are doing things, we must do them in the proper manner.
The government said they are fixing it to make it better.
How can you fix it? You've already responded. We don't trust what they're doing any longer. We don't trust what they're doing. Because they've already responded. They've already messed it up. They've already shown their true color. They've already shown what their intentions were. So we don't trust those things that they're doing any longer. When we see them, we're going to be happy. Yo, Abu, the ANC and Mr. Cummins, we are not against progress of the country. No, we're not against those things. We're not against those things. What we are against is the manner and form in which the government is running the country.
So let's go to the appearance of your boss, Mr. Cummins, and he said clearly that he wants the government to succeed. And many pundits or critics believe that was a comment that indicates an attitude of a regime collaborator. Is Mr. Cummins a collaborator of this government?
Mr. Cummins can never be a collaborator of this government. Never. He's a collaborator of the Liberian people. The Liberian people are the ones Mr. Cummins.
The Liberian people have been crying in different markets and places that they want change from Mr. Cummins.
The Liberian people are the ones Mr. Cummins is collaborating with. It is in their interest. He's speaking. It is in their interest. He wants to become president. When Mr. Cummins said he wants the government to succeed, does not mean that he's a member of the Unity Party. Does not mean that he's collaborating with the Unity Party. What that means is he's a patriot. Being an opposition politician does not mean that you must wish or pray, fast and pray for the country to fail only because you want to become a president. The reason we want the government to succeed, but the way they are proceeding is becoming so disappointing.
And you want them to succeed.
They have disappointed. But listen, we want our country to
This is not paradoxical.
No, it is not paradoxical. We want our country to progress. That's why we are offering the best alternative.
No, but you said you want the government to succeed.
No.
Accuse the government of being criminal.
You're not getting the point.
No, you are confused.
No, you're not getting the point. You need to get this point.
Okay.
You need to get this point. Every Liberian should wish for a better Liberia.
Fair enough.
Despite the political divide you find yourself. Despite that.
But if you identify that they are criminals
because we want our country to progress, does not mean that a government should use the opportunity against the citizens for voting them in power to disrespect the people, to continue to make them to live in abject poverty. When you start to tread that path, then you have us to contend with intellectually. You have us to contend with politically.
Okay,
and that's why we are doing that. We're engaging the government.
Another point in the very interview, your political leader said nothing has changed in terms of the campaign promises, in terms of the agenda the United Party sold to the Liberian people, and just opposing what they're doing now with the past regime. Mr. Cummings, your political leader, your standard bearer of the ANC said nothing has changed. And this outraged the ruling establishment. Well, first of all, let's talk about the authenticity of what Mr. Cummings claims was, that nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed, Abu. Nothing has changed.
Do you really mean
that's a fact. Abu, yesterday, the previous government under the CDC-led administration, led by President George Weah, so to speak, was rehabilitating roads around. The new government, Unity Party-led government, is still rehabilitating roads. We want to see them building new roads. They're still treading on rehabilitation of roads. Nothing has changed. Yesterday, we complained about a messy educational system.
Okay.
Where are we today? Do we see any progress in the educational system? No. Right here at the University of Liberia, Abu, thousands of Liberians are there attending school under deplorable conditions. The bathrooms are not, good enough for especially females, our female there, to use. Is that what we want to commend? Nothing has changed in that sector. Children, pupils are still learning, they're still sitting on the floor in the rural areas to learn lessons. Nothing has changed in that area in the educational system. Yeah, I think yesterday MTSS students were protesting. I don't know what it was yesterday or yesterday. In 2025, we still have students protesting, especially at government-run schools. In government-run schools, this should not be happening. This is happening because the educational system has not been fixed. In fact, there is nothing to show that any effort has been made to fix the educational system. Nothing has changed. See the economy now, Abu. See the economy now. Where is it? Former Senator, Senator Dillon said, before then, the economy was in the safety thing. But where we are now, the economy has been dissolved in the safety thing. So that's why we are projecting the political tail-in.
The political tail-in.
The political tail-in. We're projecting the political tail-in.
What about the rule of law?
The political tail-in is Arizona Blend comments, and we believe that. In the rule of law, yes. Let me touch that. Let me touch on that. Nothing has changed as well in the rule of law. Of our country. I just spoke to you on the recent removal of the illegal removal of the former speaker. All right, I just spoke to you on it. The rule of law. People are disrespecting the rule of law every day, especially the presidency. That is where we take a back. The president cannot be the one to disrespect the rule of law that he swore to protect. The president swore to protect the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia,
and nothing has changed.
There are clear lines in the Constitution on the removal of a sitting speaker. There are clear lines. Renegade lawmakers decided not to follow it, and the president boldly support that stand. Nothing has changed. Today, ordinary Liberian today, if an ordinary Liberian down the street is accused of rape, he will not be investigated. He will be bundled, handcuffed, and thrown behind bars and waiting trial. Where is the former or this quote-unquote suspended Deputy Minister McGill today at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, who was accused of raping a 14-year-old kid?
He was just accused.
Where is he today? Other people have been accused. They've been in similar situations. That's the rule of law we're discussing. The rule of law is selective.
Don't you support
the judicial system has been selective. The police is being selective in executing justice.
That's more. We have
a problem.
We have what in criminal justice they call the adversarial justice system, which opines that one is presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Do they apply that law to other common citizens? They don't. But that's a selective justice we're talking about.
So they're trying to do it now.
Oh, you want to be selective in our justice system, and you want to give you milk and honey? That's unfortunate. The president, the government is not doing anything to resolve the issue of selective justice. It is still happening. It is very unfortunate. And in the issue of let me just take a moment back. The former Justice Musu Scott. During the last government, she was convicted of murder. With the Charlotte Musu case. After less than 1 year, when the Unity Party government came to power, because she is one of the key lawyers of the Unity Party, there were some things done in the judiciary, and we heard they say she's been exonerated. Those are not the kind of things we want in our country. Because somebody is politically aligned with you, and they got convicted of crime, and you want to prove a point that a certain people cannot be touched. When you come to power, you free them, in the guise of the rule of law. You can't do that.
Let's talk
about political
tolerance, media freedom, and free speech. How well do you think this government has performed, or do you hold the view that nothing has equally changed?
In this area, Abu, yes, just yesterday, a scene was at the Capitol building. Unfortunately, lawmakers were thrown out because they were expressing their views. Under this same Unity Party government, the man who said he's a regime speaker, he was heard on tape insulting and throwing people out of. Asking Sergeant at Arms to throw people, the colleagues.
His point is that the House has rules.
No, what are the rules? That people should not talk. Is that the point you want to make here? People are coming down of freedom of expression.
Support lawless court
in Riverside County. Journalists were jailed because they blew alarm on the stories that something that was happening in the judiciary there in Riverside County. Freedom of speech is still a problem in our country.
But yet you still think you want the government to succeed. All of these things are going, and what their success could be is repression. These things could still continue.
Look, Hagar, apparently you will not follow. We want our country to progress, but if any certain government try to do the opposite, we will go after you politically.
Especially talking about the rule of law and just what all is happening in the country. Do you think the country is progressing under Ambassador Bwakai as president?
The country is progressing. Why we want our country to go forward? The government, Joseph Yuma Bwakai-led government, Unity-led government, is carrying our country backward.
And this is how
the rule of law has been downplayed. People are being selective in executing justice. It is unfortunate. The police director, Greg Cuomo, finds it very easy to go after political opponents of the government, but he finds comfort in shielding people who align with the current government. That's a problem. You should not be doing that.
On the claim by Mr. Cummings and the ANC that nothing has changed, here was how the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism responded, and I would like us to play it. So, yeah.
Okay, where you reading?
What did you take before going on that talk show where you talk all that women? Coffee, tea, or wedding? What did you take? Okay, maybe something.
Okay, and this was the official response to your political leader by the government through his Minister of Information.
You know, Pia is something misplaced.
Doubting that your political leader was not in a stable state of mind.
Pia did not sound like somebody who was in a state of mind. Pia is an alcoholic, so to speak.
Okay.
You don't know him. So we believe that he was in his right state of mind when he was speaking against Mr. Comey the way he spoke. And we dealt with him already. We're not here to focus on Pia, we're here to focus on the presidency and the government. That statement that he made, we believe he was not in his right mind when we were asking those questions. He drank profusely. He drank alcohol profusely before making that statement. We believe that. We know that. We know Pia. Where was Pia? Where was Abu? Where was Pia? Where was Pia? A man who is a government dependent. What is Pia's work history? What is Pia's work history? That he wants to question
presidential press secretary.
So you know it. He depends on government to survive. After the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, where was he? To another party, amusing himself, drinking alcohol uncontrollably. That's the kind of thing he was on, waiting to come and leech on the state again when the Union Party wins election. And that's why he's here. He's leeching on the state government. We know him. He was under the influence of alcohol when he was making that statement. We know him very well. But we have dealt with him already. What do you call it? Sufficiently.
Is it true that you've announced legal action against individual seen or probably quote unquote insulting or using F words or inventive on your political leader? Did you say that at any point?
No, Abu.
Or referring to him as quote unquote gay or gay associate?
Abu,
have the party taken that position?
Abu, we're going to get involved with fire for fire. When you bring civil conversation, we engage in civility.
So you think
when you come like a gangster, like a street toddler, we run after you.
Is it true that
in terms of we will run after you like the street toddler you are presenting yourself? We're not going to sit and allow people to tarnish the reputation of our center bearer any longer going forward.
What are you
can take it to the bank.
What are you
going to do? Fire for fire going forward.
Okay.
I just told you, when you present yourself as a street toddler, as a common how you call plug, we will treat you as such, no matter the position you hold in government.
You think the ENC is capacity is enough for that?
We are. Look, they say there's a common saying in the blood. They say one woman, I know them born crazy child or whatever. We all can choose to be, a savior. We all can choose to be very intellectual. We all can choose to be people who want to speak to the issues. But when you think you will go butter, you think you want to attempt to denigrate our party and our political leader, you can rest assured that you will be replied in similar manner, no matter who you are in government. So let the government, people just be, ready. Let them be rest assured that we will reply fire for fire going forward.
You were just heard saying, talking about the issue of the rule of law and freedom of speech is a part of it. Do you think going after people for speaking is respect to the rule of law?
No, when you say going after people for speaking, no, we're not going after people for speaking.
But you said you go after
No. We're telling you that when you look, the ANC is a political party that is known as a political party that respect the rule of law. We are known for that. When the late when Charles Walker, the late Charles Walker Bronsky was alive, he was known for that kind of attitude, that kind of posture. And the ANC is also known for that. But
so you use the code.
I'm coming, but people are now seeing that, or they're now looking at that posture as an advantage and a disadvantage to us. When you come as a dog, we will treat you as a dog intellectually. We will engage you. We will speak to you in similar manner you speak to our leader or our political party. That is something that we're telling you now. We're telling you what we're going to be doing. We're not telling you.
The ANC is not going to take anybody to court, but it will just respond.
We will be clear with you on how we want to put you in place. We'll be clear with you in terms of responding to you when you become reckless. I'm sorry, in your talks against our political leader and our party.
So when you, as the Secretary General of the ANC, refer to the Minister of Information as an alcoholic, was that isn't that the meaning?
When the minister is asking what my political leader, you know the question the protocol minister asked.
And you know the COS, your political leader threatening Deputy Minister Fatima a lawsuit.
I'm coming. Abu.
No, 1 minute.
No, Abu.
Saying
Abu.
or insinuating that your political leader took weed.
Abu.
And you accusing the Minister of Information of being an alcoholic.
Abu, we're telling you that no matter the position you're in, we'll be clear with you, political leader. That's what we're saying.
Is it part
okay.
Of
That's
part of the rebranding of the ANC?
We told you how we rebrand it. We are restructured. But do you know that? But do you know that you? I mean, we haven't touched on too many things. I mean, I don't know what
time. Yeah.
So I was telling you that we are presenting, or we are trying the political lane, because the two political parties, the CDC and the Unity Party, are favored, especially the Unity Party now. Those two parties, the economic traffic is jammed, the healthcare traffic is jammed, the educational traffic is jammed, and so we are providing that political lane that the free flow of economic traffic will go on, the free flow of the educational traffic will go on, the free flow of the health sector traffic will go on. And so that political lane is no other person but the name Alexander Benedict Cummings and the ANC.
0776104104086 500-104 plus 23186 500-104 are the numbers. Let's talk to this person here. Good morning. You're live. Go ahead.
I'm Lawrence.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
You know, just square it. Look, you were just asking as to why the start of rebranding on party. I mean, it's too sad. Everything has written everything.
Your line is bad. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. You're live.
Good morning.
Morning. Okay, this caller is not ready. So let's take the newly elected youth chair of the ANC, Ali Kelly, good friend. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Abu Sharif, and good morning to Adelaide. Let's say good morning to the most powerful Secretary General in the country, Desmond Tutu. You know, the government is deterred by the truth. When people say nothing has changed, that is a statement of fact. Nothing has absolutely changed in the right direction. What has changed so far is that the president is now riding $1.6 million car. The president is now about to retire in $10 million mansion. Those things have entered it. But things that anchor on the livelihood of our people, there have been no creation of jobs so far. There have been no foreign direct investment in the country so far. We have seen lawlessness increase exponentially. We've seen sanction on people's view. We've seen a James Speaker who telling people in the public that if you think you rule, I rule past you. Those are the things that have changed in the country. But in terms of governance, the situation is terribly bad. And I think these people, it is time that they excuse governance so that real people, real understanding of leadership can be ushered in.
Ali,
And that is
you are not in the right position to speak on sanctioning views because your very self have begun threatening put action against people who express their views about your political leader.
No, you see, people who were scared that we're going to take legal action when they weren't beating that job. We're not going to waste our precious time.
Are you sanctioning free speech as well?
No, not exactly. What we're saying, those who were afraid that we're going to take legal action.
You take Fatima Sally to tax because she expressed her opinion. Isn't that equal to free speech?
Fatima is a new entity. We're not going to waste our time on Fatima Sally. Our target is the presidency. We're not going to take him out of the court, right? We have pressure time to save in restructuring our party. When you come recklessly, we'll respond to you in equal manner or even greater force. So we're not going to waste our time on taking people to court. We have a greater task to do to fix this country.
Okay,
and that is our focus.
Thank you very much. Let's take more calls from the public. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. Let's hear you. You're live.
Okay, I want to say good morning to the RFC. That's why you didn't have the rest of Charles Kipuko. I come from the Peru district number 4. So I am the executive member of the Affiliated National Congress for Multilateral. You see, my brother in leadership, they certainly for the rule of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And that rule says that do unto others as you expect them to do unto you. So politically, for me, I don't value to people who want to take whatever matter to court. Because I see that, first of all, we don't even have a trusted court system in this country. We don't have a trusted justice system. So you taking matter to court as a court, I see is a waste of time.
So you support the fire for fire?
I believe in the golden rule of leadership, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. It seems the ANC are getting ready for a very fierce political battle. Good morning.
Trying to be politically right, to be politically right, but we're not going forward. The LG said, we the parties and our parents will be in a party. You know, our party, the things in some of realize that, like you said, it's show, you know, keep defining our party and our political leader, and this is the concern of this talk to that. So,
okay, thank you very much. Good morning. This person is not ready. Good morning.
Yes, I don't know why my call was at that.
I'm sure your time got exhausted. We're doing 1 minute per caller because the line is buzzing, and of course we just have 2 minutes to go right here. So the ANC is similarly changing gears, and of course they're not going to sit down and accept all of the bullies anymore. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Go ahead.
So, the same thing is they see I know if you on free speech, but it does money at the end of the day, to say, oh, I don't get at you. I think you want to do. Because you ask the question, your political leader, is he supporting the United Party because he's there, he wants the United Party to succeed. And at the end of the day, you're looking at the government again, telling the government is a criminal. How will you allow for people to succeed when you are criminality? And you don't want to answer the question, you get the question in another form.
Okay, so do you agree that Mr. Kumi there's a need to consider him as a third alternative?
He's not a third alternative from the bureau, let me hold him to the discussion.
Okay. That's when we respond to that. Good morning.
Thank you. This is Edmund Carr, and
The last call, I'm sorry, I wouldn't think all the things ringing out of time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to our politics and for us, for the city, we strongly believe in opposition unity. And this is why our coming made us statement. We said that was the sign, nothing has changed. You know, the only thing that has changed in this country is for the government to lay luxury.
You only believe in opposition unity when the people are beating on the ruling party. But if they say, if Mr. Kumi said he wants the president to succeed, you ain't to the other party.
No, you were talking about that. And the people are put on
Thank you, man. Good morning. Okay, I'm sorry we gotta hold you there. Desmond, you listen to the callers, and of course, normally, why you include that in your closing, the ANC is known, whether rightly or wrongly, to be a kind of organized party for a special kind of people, and the laymen out there don't see themselves really reflected within your party. Are you thinking that also in your rebranding process?
No, but that's false. That's false. We have common people.
You have the elite. You have the elite people.
No, our party is not
a PhD.
No, that's not true. That's not true, Abu. We have the common people in our party. Our party is open to every level. Every level. We open to every level, and all of everybody from different sectors of life are gravitated to the party. We have marketeers in our party. We have younger boys in our party. All right? And so our party is open to everybody. So that's a myth. That's false. That's nothing to even consider. To have a political party that quote unquote have a certain group of people. Then I want a political party. So that's not true. Don't give it any credence. Are you getting me? Don't give it any credence. So what we say here, Mr. Cummings is the right man for the job. Somebody said Mr. Cummings is not the political cheerleader. Mr. Cummings is the political cheerleader. Why? Because he has a track record of transforming entities. He has transformational track record. He's a leadership star, as a matter of fact. Mr. Cummings is a leadership expert. He knows how to lead. He knows how to transform. He knows transformation. Mr. Cummings spoke about waste in government. The $1 million the president used recently to ride in bulletproof and luxury could be redirected to for example, the health sector. JFK, we don't have to be, overly charging people. Our mothers going to give birth, we don't have to be dying on a daily basis because of the kind of equipment we have there. The hospital is not sophisticated enough to take care of the needs of the patients.
Okay.
Money in government people are just, seeing as waste. They are wastefully spending money. Those money should be redirected to the educational system. UL, we're just talking about UL. Yesterday we heard, the House of Representatives or the legislators trying to buy $15,000 vehicle for each of their personal chief of office staff. We have brothers in the place.
Do you support that?
That's support that. I'm coming. Providing logistics for workers to commute and go to work. It's a good thing, but it cannot be wastefully done. $15,000 for a chief of office staff who is not a gainful or who is not in the employ of the legislature. It is something that they should be they should be looking at. They should not get involved in the top because it will be something that will be very wasteful, and that's not what we want. Those are the kind of things Mr. Cummings has been talking about. Waste in government is a serious problem. Redirect some of those money you're wasting around buying luxury, building $10 million home or villa in Foya. Redirect those money to different sectors in our country to improve them. The educational sector has not improved. There is no I mean, there was no progress in the educational sector. There was no progress in the health sector. The economy is a very messy one. I mean, we don't know how to even place it.
And nothing has
changed.
Thank you very much.
That's why we are protecting the political turn-lane, and we believe that the political turn-lane will be used by the people of Liberia to bring economic development, to bring better healthcare, to bring better educational system in our country, to ensure that everybody is inclusive in the government and benefit from what the government should be providing them all of the different services.
Thank you.
To improve on infrastructure as well.
Thank you very much.
Building new roads instead of continuously rehabilitating.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity, Abu and Hagar, and say thanks to callers out there, people who follow the show. You didn't have the time to call in. We say, we know next time you're going to call in.
Very well. I'm very sure there will be a next time where we'll have to look at the.
We look forward to that.
Where we'll have to look at Mr. Cummings' economic plan for Liberia. I mean, we'll go a bit by bit in detail. You have the opportunity. Definitely, we'll reach out to talk about these. But folks, his name is UJ Nimle from the Alternative National Congress. He's the newly elected Secretary General of the political movement, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings. And of course, it's been a wonderful interaction here. We look forward to more of these engagements across the political spectrum of our society. Hagar, we got to go home.
Most definitely. We'll be here tomorrow. But like we said, while you get prepared for Saturday's groundbreaking of the CDC new headquarters, all you have to do, if you are interested in being unified to wear the groundbreaking t-shirt, call any of these numbers and just tell the person, at least the first 10 persons to tell them that Hagar and Abu sent me. We are going to give you discount. The numbers are 0775 925 644, 0775 925 644, or 0880 465 100. 0880 465 100. Let's keep the peace of Liberia. This country will not burn.
Most definitely, until we see you tomorrow, do have it a wonderful time from the nation's capital. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, Hagar is always here for the breakfast. Bye bye.